when we discuss about site selection. Let's start now. Let me share you the slide. You may find this slide on your Putra Blast. And for this class, don't forget to take your attendance as usual. Right. Okay, today is about site selection. Can I start? Boleh ke? Ke nak tunggu kawan-kawan?
Start, Doktor.
Alright, kita boleh finish habis awal. So when we talk about site selection, we talk about selection of place, location, because we want to set up our factory. So when we want to set up our factory, the site selection decision is important because it affect costing and also has benefits, advantage and disadvantages. So this site selection decision is not easy to be changed the decision kan. Once we make the decision, it's not easy to change. Same goes to buying a house. If you buy a house, you buy that house, you get loan, and then it is not easy to simply sell it or abandon it, because every month you need to pay mortgage, you need to pay loan, you already have some amount that you need to pay for your house. Same goes to your factory, you need to do the same thing. And this time is involve large amount of money because you will have a stakeholder who will pay put large amount of money for your company, and you need to make the decision correctly lah. So let's discuss about some elements of site selection. And also when you learn about GMP, you know that when we build a factory, we need to make sure that location or that area has enough space for expansion. Maybe your building is this size, but you need to find land with bigger size, because in future you need to expand it, and there's a calculation about how big it should be, but at least it need to have space, extra space for further expansion. Apa maksud further expansion tu? Can tell me? What does it mean by expansion? Further expansion of your business, let's say, of your building. What does it mean?
Contoh kalau
Apa?
nak tambah equipment baru ke,
Betul. But disebabkan kita tambah equipment baru, what the next step? Kita kena besarkan space kan?
yes,
Alright.
Doktor.
Okay, we're talking about have bigger space for your building. So let's see the 1 second. So, okay, as a company, so we know the objective of having this factory because we want to produce products, and we want to produce goods, and we want people to buy it, enjoy it, and keep buying it from your company. Okay, we want the company to spend low amount of money in producing this product, and then if you learn with from Dr. Dr. Alif, from Mr. BK, you know the calculation involved, calculation in the cost of final product. It involve amount of money that you spend for for maybe build a factory, rent a building, and so on. So other than that, you need to think about cost of land, cost of building, raw material, and so on. So because of this, all these elements contribute to the to the profit of your company. Okay, we know that customer want to buy product at cheaper price uh have their own specific requirement lah. So they want, let's say, they want to have a crispy curry puff. So they want curry puff to be crispy, as example lah. So because of this, they when we want to uh select location, we need to make sure all these element is in our mind, so that we can find the right location for our factory. So later we will discuss in detail about these ideas. Okay, first of all, we discuss about the need of location decision. Why we need to make decision? Okay, first of all, we need to have a new plan. You want to build a new factory, then you need a new location. You need to decide where you want to build the factory. The second reason is because of poor site, we will discuss. The third one is about growing volume of business. Fourth one, decentralization. And fifth one, new economic and social and legal or political factor. Okay, go one by one. Okay, the first one, we know we want to build a new factory, then we need to find a place where we should build a factory. The second one, we talk about poor site. Okay, when we talk about poor site, okay, maybe you already have your own building, but the problem is this building is not at the right location. Maybe the current site is too small. The area is not big enough for your for expansion of your business. And then it has other problems that we will discuss later. So that's why we need to move to another place for better for our business expansion, as example. Second one, we talk about the growing volume of business. When we talk about growing volume of business, it is advisable to have a new location. If the current one cannot accommodate the business, the operation, we need to move to another one. Because the business is getting bigger, what we understand, when the business is getting bigger, the sales increase, the number of customer increase, and so on. So because of this one, we need bigger facility, kan? We want to increase production, we want to fulfill the demand, and also that's the reason we open our places in new area. Okay, the fourth one, we talk about decentralization and dispersal of industry. Who understand about this? What does decentralization means? What is the antonym of centralization? Decentralization, the antonym should be centralization. So another one is centralized, another one is decentralized. Can you get it? Okay, apa masuk centralization? Apa masuk decentralization dalam manufacturing ni? Have you come across this term before? Kenapa krik-krik je ni? Pernah jumpa tak perkataan centralization and decentralization ni? Kumpulkan, centralize. Okay, the idea is there, kumpul. Betul, Afia. Boleh explain tak apa kita faham tentang decentralization manufacturing and centralization manufacturing? Apa yang difaham kita faham kat sini?
Maybe yang decentralized tu macam cawangan lain. Macam biasa kita centralize semua benda, ambil barang kat tempat sama, produce tempat sama.
Kalau decentralized,
Decentralized kita letak different location for different function.
okay, we put it at different location. That's the correct one. So when we discuss about who answered that question, thank you. So when we talk about centralized manufacturing, we talk about we put everything at one place lah. Okay. The factory location at only one location, and we make product and then we distribute it all over the country, all over the world. And the other one is decentralized manufacturing, mean it's not at one place. We scatter it everywhere. As example, Nestle doesn't only have one factory in the world. It scatter it everywhere, in Malaysia, whatever lah, in Malaysia, in Thailand, whatever. And then the aim is to build factory near to the customer, as near as possible. To build factory near to the customer. That's the purpose of decentralized manufacturing. Okay, so it's a trend. So a long time ago, maybe focus on centralized manufacturing, and this time they are going into decentralized manufacturing. So because of this one, they are looking for new location for their factory. Maybe Nestle looking for another place to build factory. Okay, let's see the advantage of and disadvantage of this one. Okay, I'll give you one example. During pandemic, if you remember, what happened to the food at that time? Some places got enough, some places got nothing, kan? Ingat tak?
Ingat.
Right. Okay, if they use this or apply this decentralized manufacturing, so during can you imagine every state has their own factory. So if there's a restriction, movement restriction, so satu tempat tu still can supply food or product to the local customer. It won't be affected. Kalau it only come from one source, if there's a restriction in movement, so other places won't get that food product because of the restriction. And another one, try to imagine if one factory has issue, maybe need to have temporary shutdown and not temporary close lah, any issue, but another factory are not affected, still can produce product and send it to the local area and also others lah. And another one, transportation. So if it use this decentralized manufacturing, during pandemic or during the yang kita punya pandemic time kan, so some of the transportation cannot be operated, so they cannot distribute the product to other places. So but if they apply this decentralized manufacturing, so the supply is still there. That means the supply chain is shorter if they apply the decentralized manufacturing. Okay, so far?
Okay, betul.
Alright. Okay, let's move. So the third one, why we need to find another factory. The fifth one should be new economic, social, legal, or political factor. Okay, maybe currently we are in, let's say, in Serdang, the labor cost increase, and then also the utility cost increase. We need to find another place to build up to move our factory. This place is not suitable anymore because we need to pay a lot of money for utility. We need to pay a lot of money for labor, for the salary of labor, and so on. And also, sometimes some company move from one country to another country because of the currency rate. Maybe the currency rate increase, that cause the company to move lah. It's not suitable to be there anymore. And when we talk about legal or political factors, usually we discuss about tax, some place of or some country offer reduction in tax from government kan, and that and also they offer discount on utilities and so on lah. As example, in Negeri Sembilan, they want to give incentive for for company to come and build factory there. They give tax incentive, and then they give special water rate, and they give facilities, better communication, and so on. So there's some reason why some company want to move to another location. Right. Okay, these are the factors involved in plant location decision. The previous one we discussed why we want to move to another location. Okay, the current slide we discussed what are parameters or factor we need to look when we want to pick this place as the new location for our factory. Yeah. So the first one is local geography. Local geography here covers topography, drainage, and governmental regulation. Okay, we discuss about topography. When we want to build factory, we want to build a building on land that is flat, not slopey, has a flat tanah. So what is the reason? Can someone tell me? Kenapa kita nak pilih tanah yang flat bila kita buat factory ni? That's the question.
To minimize the cost.
Cost apa?
Cost untuk baiki tanah.
Betul. If the tanah is not good, we need to put extra cost in make it better lah. Maybe make it tanah serata and so on. Okay, what else? Apa lagi yang kita what the effect of use of what is the reason we need to find flat land? Who can tell me? Imagine you have land that is not flat. What can be affected? How about the building itself? Bangunan tu sendiri macam mana? Imagine you have one building at flat land, another one is not flat.
Tak stabil kata.
Okay, then because of we want to make it stabil, we need to pay extra cost kan, as your friend said kan, to make it to make the tanah better. And another one is to add step tangga maybe. And then you need to have specialized construction lah to make it better lah. And then another one, if you have non-flat land, it can reduce the space that you can use for that building, for making your building. Okay, your tanah tak flat kan? You pilih yang space yang okay, better lah daripada yang flat, non-flat tadi. That's the first point. Okay, the first point when we talk about land, first one we want to have flat land. Another one we want to find well-drained soil. Kenapa kita nak cari tanah yang well-drained? Kenapa? Well-drained soil. Kenapa tanah tu kena apa bahasa Melayu drain? ada pengaliran yang bagus. That's the Malay word. Why we are looking for land that has well-drained soil. Pengaliran air yang bagus. What's the significant, the importance of having this well-drained soil? Imagine you have land, the soil has water accumulated. Can you imagine what happened?
Tanah
Banjir.
runtuh.
Tanah runtuh. And then air boleh bertakung, flooding, correct? And and how about your building? If the quality of if the this one happened, sinking, betul? Tanah runtuh, flooding, and the other one is the foundation damage. If the tanah is not good, if still like watery, sinking, and then imagine your building can have crack wall, basement you will be leak, water will come in, and then the humidity increase. You will get issue such as mold growth, because of humidity, and then it can cause problem, especially for your product. Your product want to be kept at certain humidity. Now the temperature, the humidity increase, kan? And then the third one, other than we want to have flat land, well-drained soil, we also want to have strong soil. Because of this one, we want to prevent sinking. If sinking happen, it can affect structure. Then your building will collapse. And we need to think about other issues such as strong wind, weather issue yang akan affect your building then that's the reason you need to have strong soil. Okay, the second one, we talk about drainage. We're looking for local geography, still under topic local geography. 1 minute. Can you give me 1 minute, sah? Saya nak simpan satu benda. Ada benda nak buat. Okay, let's continue. So it's still under local geography points. The second one, the first one we talk about topography. The second one we talk about drainage. So when we want to build factory, we don't build a factory in a flood-prone area, flooding area. So we are looking for area that has no issue with no flooding issue, because flooding can cause infrastructure issue, kan? So if flood happen, it can damage equipment. Your raw material will be damaged as well, and also your products. And and also we will have issue with contamination. We've got issues such as mud, pollutant, and so on come to your factory. Okay, the third one we discussed about government regulation. Okay, we're still talking about local geography. When we talk about government regulation, we're going to discuss about zoning laws. Undang-undang zoning. if we want to build factory, we need to know where we can build the factory. We cannot simply pick one location and build our factory there. We need to check with local authority and other government sector if this place suitable for me to build our factory or not. As some urban area, some maybe housing area, they don't allow us to build factory because for environmental issue. And also we need to, if we want to buy land, kadang-kadang kita guna factory ni, we buy land, and then we need to know the regulation about this land. Some land, tanah, dia tak boleh, we cannot do industrial activities there. So if we still do industrial, we still build factory there, we will have legal issues. If you look at, I think news 2 days ago kan, there's a guy, he changed the playground into vegetable punya tanaman, dia tanam vegetable. And then ada isu lah, memang kena saman lah. So same goes to this plant selection. We need to avoid of buying or using land that is not suitable for industrial activities. Okay, so far.
Okay, Doktor.
Right, next one. We talk about daily operation. Okay. We need, when we want to build factory, we are looking for a place that we can get enough worker. Okay. If that place is really hard to get worker, we don't pick that place. Okay. And the points that we're going to discuss is about finding skilled worker and also worker with low salary. Yeah, some company they're moving to another countries because they're looking for a place that they can get workers with low salary. They want to reduce the cost of salary, cost of the workers kan. And then daily operation, we also discuss about transportation infrastructure. Okay, under transportation infrastructure, it can be road, it can be railways for train, seaport, airport, and so on. When we want to build factory, we want to find a place that have good transportation infrastructure. Who can tell me why? Kenapa kita nak bina factory? We need to find place that has good transportation infrastructure. We need to have good road. You need to have good airport ke, seaport ke. What's the reason?
Shipping raw material, import export.
Alright, okay, what happen kalau shipping ada issue dekat seaport lah, let's say? It's far, it's the transportation tu ada problem. What is the effect?
Kan?
Cakap louder sikit tak dengar.
Dia makan capital cost.
Yes, dia akan ada issue, akan ada delay, akan ada increase in cost of transportation and so on. So bear in mind when we want to when we have our product, we want to sell it at low cost, and also we want to make sure our product arrive to the market at the right time. So that's the reason we want to have good transportation infrastructure. Okay, one example is Flamil tepung, kilang tepung tu. Okay, usually flour mill, the location is within a pot. Dalam pot tu, pot kelang. Ada kilang flour kan? So, what is the reason? It's easier for them to move because when they want to move the raw material, it's in big or huge size, huge quantity. The ship come to Malaysia and they transfer it from the ship straight away to the dia adalah dia punya their own connecting kan, connecting punya hose and so on, but if it's far from the port, it can consume a lot of money lah because of transportation, because the wheat come is in large quantity. Okay. Okay, then we're looking for place that has okay utility and water cost. It's not too high, it's not too low lah. Okay, it is important because we need to spend money because these utilities, as example, electric is important because we want to run machine and other equipment. It need to be strong. If we build a factory, if you find a building and that building has electrical punya supply, but the supply is not strong, don't pick that building for your factory. And also, it should be affordable. All right. So, if that place already has electric, already has water, you don't need to install it, it is good. If that building does not have, you need to put some amount of money in installation. Alright. So in Semenanjung, the electrical supplier TNB kan. How about Sabah? What's the name? TNB juga ke? Sabah and Sarawak? Not kan? Do we have Sabahan ke Sarawakian ke? In Semenanjung, yes, TNB. In Sabah, Sabah Electricity. In Sarawak should be Sarawak Energy. Okay. Let's see mana tadi? The distance. Okay. This is a really important factor. We talk about the distance between the supplier and also this one between you and customer. Alright. What we want to minimize the distance between your supplier or your raw material and also the distance between you and your customer. That's the things that we want to have when we pick one location kan. Okay, why we want to be closer to the customer? The first one, of course, we want to reduce the transportation cost and decrease the time reaching the customer. Imagine if you produce a product and this product take a long time to reach your customer. Maybe if you don't arrange a good transportation, good truck with proper temperature and apa-apa je lah. Once it reach your customer, the quality dah teruk. It's not good anymore. So that's why it's better to have a factory that is close to your customer, because if it's too far, the transportation cost is high and also the time to reach is increased kan. And then why we want it to be closer to your raw material, especially your raw material, then that can go bad very quickly. So you need to find factory that is close to your raw material. Okay, the next factor is environmental issue. Um, when we want to produce factory, especially food factory, um, environmental issue can affect lah our food, our quality of our product. How? Okay, the first one we talk about air pollution. When we want to build factory, we need to find factory or we need to look around. Is there any chemical factory nearby? Are there any release of harmful chemical ke, nitrogen oxide ke, VOC ke, or any airborne pollutant ke that can settle on your food? Imagine if there's a small particulate on yang can settle on your food surfaces, it can affect your product kan. So we are trying to find a location that is far from this kind of factory. And then we talk about soil pollution. So when we want to build a factory, we need to check how the quality of the soil. Is the soil has previous activity that degrade the quality of the soil, or is there any improper waste disposal on this land? If it can has harmful substance in soil lah. So you need to you need to aware about this one. And the third one is about water pollution. So we produce food product. In food factory, we consume high amount of water. So what we need to do, there's a really strict regulation. The quality should be really good. The quality is good. So imagine if you live nearby, there's a one place, and this place the water supply come from river, let's say, and this river is contaminated by other factory. So you need to avoid this kind of issue. Okay, let's move to the industrial park. Okay, in Malaysia we got industrial park. What is industrial park? Many factories and businesses are all put together in the same area. So we got Batu Kawan, we got Wayang Lepas, we got Bukit Tengah, Mak Mandin, Rai, Negeri Sembilan, and so on. Okay, in this industrial area, factories are really close to each others. So because they are close to each others, they don't need to spend a lot of money in bringing their product from one, or maybe okay, my factory need maybe a packaging, and then this packaging can come from a factory in the same area, so they can reduce the transportation cost kan, from that factory to my factory. So because everything is nearby, they don't need to spend a lot of money. Okay, for industrial area ini, usually the building already has good utilities already being provided. Okay. So they say sometimes we might want to build our factory at other location that's no factory nearby. Is the decision of having of building a factory is totally depend on you. Maybe you want to find a place that is no factory nearby, or maybe you want to go to the industrial park because the industrial park has good supply of electric, water, and other utilities. And maybe, but the problem is the initial investment is higher than other places, but they say it is worth to build your factory in industrial area compared to other places. Okay, let's move to the final part of this topic. Okay, what happen if you pick wrong location? Any mistake in the selection of a proper location could lead to a higher cost, marketing and transportation, employees and consumer, interruption of production, wastage, quality, and geographical specialization. Okay, when we pick location, we need to pick it carefully because it has long-term consequences. It is not something that we need to do it in rush. We need to carefully think about it because it affects things for a very long time. Okay, the first one, we talk about constant source of higher cost. Imagine you already spent a lot of money. Now you pick a location that has bad soil, has any issue, sedimentation, sinking, water, get into your factory and so on. You need to spend a lot of money to correct it. And imagine if you build factory far from your raw material. As example, maybe tomato. Tomato is easily get bad if you put it in at wrong temperature, let's say, and then the transportation you need to pay extra because you want to make sure the quality of your tomato is good, right? This is one of the example. And at a wrong location, you might have problem in finding right workers. Okay, maybe you need to, maybe if you pick this location, the salary of your worker is high compared to another location. So it can contribute to a high cost. Okay, the second point, let's see at the second point, marketing and transportation. Okay, we know if we build factory that is far from other factory, and this factory is not easy for customer to reach, the transportation will be expensive. Kan? Your customer want to go to your company and you want to send your product to the customer, the cost of transportation is higher. And then another problem is the delay of the delivery because it's far, so you will have issue of delay of your delivery. And also if you build a factory at the place where not many people want to buy it, and then it's really hard for it's hard for you to get customer lah. You build factory and then your customer, this location is not correct, and then you put your product maybe in local supermarket, local shop, and then your customer doesn't like it or want to buy it, so you have problem with selling of your product. Then we move to the next one. We talk about employees and consumer. Here we talk about imagine if you have a factory that far from their home, from their house. So your employees need to travel a long way every day, and it's not easy for them to get there. So what can happen is the employee can get frustrated. They become tired and they're not happy working with you. So you need to find a location that satisfy your employee as well. And for consumer, we discussed this earlier. We talked about transportation a high cost, and then we know that when the transportation increase, we need to modify or alter the final cost product, maybe product of the cost of your product, then it can make your consumer not happy as well. Okay, the fourth one, we talk about interruption of production. Okay, here it's related to utilities. Imagine if you pick one building, electricity is not good, always has interruption, sometimes stable, sometimes not stable. It can slow down your production, kan? And maybe you need to stop your production because of the electricity issue. So because of this one, it can affect your profit, and then it can affect your plan. Okay, imagine you want to have a certain amount of product after 6 months. Now we need to change it to 1 year. It means your production decrease. Then it can delay your next project as well lah. So you cannot move to your next project because the current one is still has problem lah. You could not meet the customer demand lah. And then now we move to wastage. Means you can produce waste if you pick wrong location. Imagine your factory now is far from supplier, so it takes time, kan, for the material to reach to you. Along where we know that food material, it can easily go bad, kan, if it reach you at bad condition, so we won't use it. And then it can cause and then it can be waste lah, because of this location issue lah. And then if we pick a building that does not have enough space, so we will have issue in storing our material. So storage of our material is important. Either raw material ke and raw material and other product, our finished product, we need to put it at right location, kan? And then because of this one, it can cause waste lah. Everything going to waste. And then we also discuss about environmental disaster area. If we pick area that are prone to flooding, and then this flood can cause damage to our material, equipment, and also products. So it is not advisable to pick this location. And now we move to quality. What the relationship with quality? When we have transportation delay due to the location of your factory is far from the supplier, location of your factory one minute, sir. We talk about quality of your product due to the location that is far from you and your customer. And also here we talk about nature. So if we 1 minute, I'm going to discuss about this. And also the quality. Okay, here if you find factory, and then at that area you cannot get enough skilled worker, and then because of not having good skilled worker, you cannot make product with high quality. That's the point that I should tell. And also in making high quality product, if you pick factory has issue with topographical issue, so your workers need to take extra time to work from one spot to another spot. So because of this one, it can cause delay in production. You need to put extra time, and then because of this one, it can reduce the quality of your factory lah, including the product quality and so on lah. There's some relationship. I hope you're not confused. Okay, the final one, we talk about geographical specialization. Okay, if we pick wrong location, we can deny advantages of geographical specialization. What it means, if you set up your business in the wrong spot, you won't get to use those advantages because every area has its own strength. As example, you want to set up a seafood processing plant, seafood processing factory, but you pick location that is far from coastal area. Because it is far from coastal area, it takes time for transportation. You need to pick right transport from coastal area to your place, so you won't get product that has high quality. What we want, if we want to produce seafood product, we want to maintain the freshness of seafood, and we don't want to pay so much money on transportation. That's what it means by geographical specialization. Every area has its own advantage. And then if we want to produce certain product, make sure, let's say we want to produce keropok lekor, and then this time we build factory in Cameron Highland. It is not correct, kan? It should be near to the source. Maybe right now, maybe all the majority in Terengganu, because we can get fish at low price and so on lah. That's the reason. Okay, that's the final discussion about this topic. Okay, before we end, any question?
No from me, Doctor.
Okay, if no question, thank you for listening. When we want to discuss about this topic, is quite broad, kan? Dia besar. That's the reason sometimes I go from one point to another point, go one to another point. It's huge, and then I'm been trying to give you the best that I know lah, macam tu lah. So I see you next week on Tuesday, and also Wednesday got test 2 for FST 4411, and Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 or 8:45, it depends. Okay, thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.
Doktor,
Ya,
kelas next week hari Selasa tu online
yes,
Ke dekat-
dengan saya memang online. Dengan saya memang online.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Doktor.
Okay, for your information, kelas saya ni memang online. Disebabkan kelas ni online, dia ada aktiviti. Last week saya tak sempat buat. Saya akan cuba buat. Tengoklah next week ke, kalau saya sempat buat. Aktiviti tu means saya berbual lah, discussion ke, apa-apa dalam Putra Blast tu, please buatlah. Okay? Takut tanda runtuh. Betul lah ni, saya baru tengok. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doktor.